The Adventures of Victor and Ellie, Book 2. Victor and Ellie are terriers, and they have been best friends since they first met at the local park. Their humans had taken them for a walk, and when they met, both dogs started playing and running around in circles and chasing each other. Their humans had started chatting, and so the friendships all began. Victor and Ellie would see each other most days, either in the park or on the beach. They decided that they should have adventures whenever they could, although sometimes they just liked to play and run or chase a ball and play fetch. Their second adventure started one morning in the local park. As usual, there were dogs already playing together. So Victor and Ellie ran over the hill to join the fun. Victor ran over to his friend Phil, who he loves to play with. "Hi, Phil," said Victor. "Hello, Victor, me old mate," said Phil in his gruff voice. Victor was very young when he first met Phil. Phil showed Victor how to behave in the park and not to run too far from his human. Victor and Phil ran around together while Ellie watched, and sometimes Victor and Phil could be a little bit too boisterous for Ellie. She thought she would join in when they had calmed down a little. One of the humans was throwing a ball for his dog, while the other dogs just made fun by picking up sticks and playing chase. Victor and Ellie liked chasing sticks and playing fetch with a ball. But today they were much more interested in what was at the top of the hill. There were a lot of trees, all close together on the hill. The humans called this place the woods, and only walked there with the dogs on lead so that they didn't get lost. "Hey, Victor," said Ellie, "why don't we go and play up there?" Victor replied, "We aren't allowed to play there on our own without our humans." "Yes, but it looks exciting, and I can see squirrels running up the trees, and it looks dark in there," said Ellie. Victor looked up the hill and said, "It does look like it could be a real adventure if we went up there to play." "But how can we with our humans watching us?" "We could wait until they aren't looking and then make a dash for it," said Ellie. "Well, okay," said Victor, "as long as we only play for a short while and then come straight back." "Okay," said Ellie. "Let's go." And with that, Victor and Ellie ran really fast up the hill to the woods. Ellie's human first noticed that the two little rascals had run off, and she started to call to them both. Soon both Victor and Ellie's humans were calling to them and walking up the hill after the dogs. The humans were worried about the dogs. There was a busy road at the top of the park behind the woods. They decided to split up and search for the dogs. One went to the top of the hill, while the others waited at the bottom in case Victor and Ellie returned to play with the other dogs. Victor and Ellie could hear their names being called, but instead of doing what they were told, Victor and Ellie hid in the dark undergrowth and giggled to themselves. "This is so much fun," they thought. Suddenly, Victor heard a different sound, a sound he had never heard before. The sound got louder and louder until he saw a little dog running towards him. The strange tinkling sound seemed to be coming from her. "Hi, you two," said the dog. "My name is Lulu. What's yours?" "I'm Victor, and this is Ellie." "Lulu, what's that sound and why is it coming from you?" asked Victor. "Oh, that," said Lulu. "That's the sound my bells make." "Why are you wearing bells?" said Ellie. "My human put them on my collar after I kept running away. She can tell how far away I am, and she can hear me even if she can't see me," said Lulu. "Oh, I wouldn't like that," said Victor. "They're so loud." "I don't really notice them anymore," said Lulu. "I've had them so long." While the three of them were talking, they hadn't noticed someone approaching them. It was Lulu's human. She heard the others calling to Victor and Ellie, and she joined in with the search. Before any of the dogs could do anything, she clipped leads to all of their collars. She marched them all back down the hill and out of the woods. Victor and Ellie's human were so happy to see them, but they were also very cross that neither dog had come back when called. Something will have to be done about that, they thought. Both dogs were told off. They were put on short leads, so they had to walk very close to their humans. Victor and Ellie had to watch the other dogs running around and playing while they stood with their humans. They thought that this was the worst punishment ever. Little did they know that this was just the beginning. The next time they came to the park, both dogs would be in for a big surprise. "Oh, Victor," said Ellie, "we are both very silly sausages."